Hello. I just wanted to talk today about control and give a message about control. I think often our lives can seem out of control. There's lots of things happening to us, and we don't really have a say over whether those things happen or not. And there's certain things that we have to do. We have lots of demands, and we can often feel like our lives are spiraling out of control and that there's not a lot we can do about it. And I just wanted to think really about the fact that although there's lots of things that we can't change, and we have to accept that to a certain extent, because if we get frustrated about it, whilst that's understandable, actually it's not going to change anything and it's probably going to make us feel worse. But there are some things that we are in control of, and what we are in control of is ourselves. We are in control of ourselves and our own happiness to a certain extent. We're in control of what we do. We're in control of the reactions we have. And maybe it's better to think of those reactions as responses, because actually a reaction comes from an emotional place. We react from an emotional basis. Something happens, we get angry or sad and we react. But when we step back from that for a minute, we're able to think and respond in a more measured way. So we're in control of that. And there's a really useful technique that we can use for this called the STOP technique. And it's STOP spelt with 2 P's. And it's an acronym. So the first S is stop, and that just means hang on a minute, stop, don't do anything, just kind of press the pause button. The T is for take a breath, or take a pause if you like. So just give yourself a couple of moments to gather your thoughts and resist that urge to react. The O is for observe. So what are we observing? We're observing what we notice in ourselves, so the feelings that we notice around the situation, any urges that we have, any thoughts that are racing through our minds at that moment, and we are noticing how it makes us feel inside our bodies. So the second part of observe is what's going on with the other person. So if we're in a situation with somebody else, what is it that might be happening for that person that's causing them to behave in this way, that's causing us to feel so bad? So just taking some time to kind of get our heads around what some of that might be. The first P then is prevent. So because we've taken the time to stop and consider this rather than just reacting, the P is prevent an unhelpful reaction. So we can be aware of those urges, the things that we want to do from an emotional basis. I want to run away, I want to scream, I want to shout, I want to argue with them, I want to defend myself, whatever that urge might be. Notice that and move to the second P, which is to plan a more helpful response. And the difference between the words react and respond are that a reaction is very emotionally driven and a response is something that's more thought out. So because we've gone through all the other steps, the STOP, before we've got to this point, we're then in a much better position to respond in a helpful way and stop the situation escalating anymore. And actually, if you can practice that technique, what you'll find is that you do start to feel more in control of yourself and of situations, and being more aware of the things that you can and you can't control. And when we start to do this and control ourselves, actually we feel more powerful and less victimised. So those were my thoughts for today. I've seen a couple of clients today who have started to take control of the things that they can and are noticing a massive sense of achievement from this and really starting to turn things around for themselves. So the power is in your hands, people. Don't let things be done to you. Take the control where you can, and you can be who you want to be. Have a good rest of the day and enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.